I'm hoping that works. Oh, boy. Anyway, oh, look, I've got sound there, so I hope you're getting sound out there in YouTube land. G'day, I'm Steve Hay. Welcome to Woodworking Masterclass. Lovely to have you in the shed. I don't know how long this one's going to be, but I thought yesterday I promised I would do another stream today, which I'm going to do, and I'm going to put the end grain chopping board together that we prepared yesterday. And then maybe Monday or Tuesday, we'll finish it off. We'll see how we go. G'day, Jared. How are you? Lovely to have you in again. Thank you. Good morning, Andy. Oh, Mini Knots beat Dad again. There you go. Andre, thank you for coming in. G'day, Ben. Good to have you there. 3 ninjas. Oh, Stone Ninja 13. There you go. G'day, Mitch. Mitch, it's lovely to be back, mate. It honestly is. It is lovely. So, yeah, I don't know. Well, what I did yesterday was the first stream I'd done for a long time, and I'm sort of back in the land of the living now and looking forward to doing some more as I go. I guess no one's complained there's no sound, so everything must be good. Nice to meet you. From Indonesia, Andre, thank you very much. Welcome from Brisbane, Australia. Pleased to have you in the workshop. Yeah, we glued a board together yesterday, chopping board, that I want to make into an end grain chopping board. So that's what we're going to do. Ninj, g'day again, mate. So the first thing we'll do, we'll get it up here. Oh, dear. Oh, I didn't know if I was going to stream or not. I had one of my lads down here. He was playing around with my burner machine, doing some creative stuff, which is good to see. Love it when they get creative. Oh, there you go. They weren't meant to be stuck on, so it's not a glue failure at all. What I should have done yesterday, which I was remiss in doing, I should have wiped a lot of this glue off, but that's not too bad, I don't think. And I've got a little one here because we had a little bit, this was a longer bit that I glued together, but I've just re-glued it as a shorter bit, as you can tell, because I'm not interested in the length of the board, because what we're going to do in a minute is recut all these and cut them into, I think, 50 mil, I don't know, I'll have a look in a minute, 45, 50 mil lengths, and then we turn them around 90 degrees, and that will give us an end grain chopping board. But I've got to clean all this off first, which I might go over to the saw and do that, and then poke it through the thicknesser. And I'm going to show, for those who didn't see, I splashed out, or I did. Got a new thicknesser. Got rid of the old girl. Well, it's actually outside the shed. I'll be selling it soon, I guess. But no, it's a 20-inch Helix one, which is very nice. So you see how nice a job it will do when we get out there. And I've lost my mouse. Come back. I'm trying to get my face back on camera. What's happening? My mouse doesn't want to work. It's not bad. There you go. I'm back. Is that working or what? A mouse. It's like me. It only works when it wants to. As I've said before, I've actually got a split screen, which is, oh, that's all right. It's working now, so I'll put that over there. So when I go from this camera, well, this, I've got different setup to what I used to have. So I've got a screen here, another screen here, and a screen over here. And the computer and the screen here use a split screen on the computer, so the mouse goes between the two screens. Sometimes I lose my mouse. Oh, thanks, Jared, I'm pleased. Had issues yesterday, it was just a gremlin. I really don't know what it was. All of a sudden, OBS said, no, I'm not going to transmit your rotten, croaky, grindy voice. And it didn't, so I had to shut down and reboot. But we're back again. Wanted to thank you for all the help. Oh, thanks, Ninja, I appreciate that. Not a drama. And I want to thank everybody that watches me because it gets me through the day because it gives me something to do. All right, so these will go over to the saw. I'll just see if I... Oh, that's not too bad, I don't think. Let's get a bit of a... No, I think we'll... I don't know. We'll put it through the gizmo and see what it does. I might do a light skim on it first. Just got to clean these ends up. Bear with me. That goes there, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. Okay. Put that drill bit over there because as sure as anything I'll want it soon. So we'll go over to the saw. I'm just going to true these ends off here and here. Then when they're square, I'll go and put it through the thicknesser. I'm just a bit concerned about this one. Let me just put a wobble stick on it. Oh! Oh! No. Windy stick, we'll see how badly we're out. If I'm too badly out, I'll have to do it with a hand plane, which I really don't want to today. No, I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. I think that's how you tell if there's a twist in the board. You get these called winding sticks. You put them on your job like that, and then you hold them up and you sight between this one and that one, and if they're parallel, you know it's flat. If they're not, you know you've got a bit of a warp. Just try that end. It's got a little, ever such a little kick in it up here, but I think I might just knock that off with a plane. Just to be on the safe side. It's just I've got one long one here. What we did yesterday when I glued them together, and it's a good habit to get into, if you can remember, is when you're making a chopping board, have all the grain going the right way. So when you get into a situation like I am here, and I've got to just plane one little bit off, it's not going to create too much of a drama. Whereas if your grain's all hickledy-pickledy, then when you come into the end and you throw a plane over it, you get tear out, which is not nice. What have I got? Oh, I've got that one. You're going to have my back to me. I've got this one here. I might just move this camera around here. So you can just see you can't see what I'm doing, but I can. And then if I press the magic button, you can see what I'm doing. I'll move these glues. This one here is just a little bit high, so I'm just going to knock it down. Oh, this one should be sharp, I think. Yeah, that's better. All right, that'll get me out of trouble. So we go over to the saw. I'll clean these ends up, and then I'll come back and then we'll go out to the thicknesser. Might rip this one too. Oh, okay, where's me moose? This is going to work. What do we get? Hey, Trevor! Richard, good morning, mate. How are you? Lovely to have a live correspondence. It's non-stop, isn't it? It's non-stop, Richard. Andy's sensible time, more me today. Oh, well, I'm pleased, Andy, but I just woke up. I was Mr. Terry Turtle. How big are the boards you are making? To tell you the truth, Mr. Terry Turtle, I have no idea how big this one's going to be until I actually put it together. So we'll see. And the size of the board depends on how thick I cut these. This was actually meant to be a video for someone else, but I decided I'm just going to use this one as a test one, and then tomorrow I'll go through the whole process again. And I was actually thinking, I'm going to put my head in it here, I was thinking I might do a round one and then put a metal band around it. Don't know, but at the moment we'll go over to the saw and do that. Good. Oh, that's what I was going to do, Trevor. I was going to go up and get myself a coffee. I might still do it. Look, that blasted mouse has gone ta-das again. There we go. Here we go, over to the saw. Oh. Oh, that's pretty close. Right. And this side. There we go. Okay, so that's one lot cut. Now that in itself is an acceptable chopping board, but I just want to do a different one. Oh dear. Mouse. Come on, work. Work, mouse. There it is. I'm back. Yeah, that by itself is a very acceptable chopping board. It's blackwood. It's nice and solid. It's about 45 mil. So I could cut that and put it in the throw it through the thicknesser, which I'm about to do, and that would be absolutely fine. But I want an end grain. That's why I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. I tell you what, Ninja, I've had problems. I've switched over. I used to use Stream Deck a lot. I've now gone to an ATM Mini ISO. And yeah, I'm starting to get used to it now. But you forget a lot of things. And the other thing is normally I've got a screen up here that I look at. But I find myself talking because I'm looking down here at this screen. So I've got to train myself to look at you people in the eye. Eye contact, that's it. Besides, yeah, mouse has got nothing to do with broadcast. Totally different kettle of fish. Okay, we'll go into the machine room and put this through the thicknesser. Could get a bit noisy in there. Ah, we'll see. Oop. I don't think it like that at all. Yeah, that wasn't a fault of the machine. What I've got to go through an RCD, and it tripped the switch, current draw. But all good now, all good. Okay, so that's what we've got now. That piece and that piece. So what I want to do is back to the saw, and I'll just see how long these pieces are, and then I can work out what to divide it by. If I go 45 there, or 47, let's say 47. 390 divide 47. Get 8. Okay, get out 8 out of that. And 220. Get 4, 5. Ooh. So 4, 8, 12. Okay. Is it going to answer your question, Terry? 12 at 45. Okay, it's going to be 540 long and that wide. So 300, 540, that's going to be a bit too long, I think. Let me have a look. We'll make it 500. So 600, that's going to give me 12. Yeah, we'll go that. Okay, because when you're cutting this up, you got to measure it and then say, well, how many times will whatever go into it? Initially, I was going to do this at 50 mil. And 50 mil would give me exactly the right size, but then I'm going to lose a mil and a half in the kerf. So then all of a sudden I don't. But if I adjust the cut to 47 mil, then we should be good. We should be good to go. Quick question, Steve. Hand planing thin wood, blue tape and CA glue or double-sided tape to hold it in place. I don't know. Oh no, what I have seen done is, yeah, what you can do, here's a good one for you, Andy. Get your thin bit of glue, thin bit of timber, and then just ordinary piece of paper. Ordinary piece of paper, nothing flash, just A4 or whatever. Glue on both sides, put it down, glue your thin bit on top, press it. When it's dried, plane it to whatever you want, and then get a little razor under the corner and pick it up, and this paper will actually separate into two pieces, and then you just clean it off with a bit of paper. There you go. There's something I'd remembered I'd forgotten I remembered. If you could follow that. Beyond, the Australian time zone is really working in my favour here. Nice to watch. Oh, look, I'm going to go and get a coffee in a minute. Everyone else is drinking coffee. So I'm going to go. Actually, I might. You watch this. I'll order one if I can. Who will I get? Who's going to be the most responsive? Ants. I'll give my grandson a ring. Well, find out.
This is Anthony.
Oh, I didn't even answer his phone. All right, so next shot, try the trouble and strife. Fail, I'm going to sleep and I'm doing the stream. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, I'm streaming. And I'm streaming.
Yeah.
And everybody's talking about having coffee, and I thought, gee, I wouldn't mind a coffee. So,
Is that right?
yeah, and you're live, so everyone knows you're a sweetie. They're all going, hello, Sue, hello. Could you get me one of those small latte glasses I have? 2 shots of Turkish Delight syrup.
2 shots of Turkish Delight syrup in one of those little silver cups.
No, the ordinary drinking glass. But you know the drinking glass you have your water in.
Yeah, so iced coffee.
No, the glass you have. The small one.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 shots in that and send one of the kids down.
All right.
You've done well. I'm proud of you.
So, you know, I'm saying, do you want hot milk or cold milk?
No, just 2 shots in the glass and I'll use the machine I've got down here.
Oh, okay. Not a problem.
All right. Love ya. Tacos for tea tonight if anyone wants to come round. Okay, see you, bye. Hey, how's that? Hey, what bark? Ah, dear. 6 nights, you will be up all night with coffee. No, if I get one in the evening, it's only a short one. It's not too bad. I don't know about coffee making you stay awake. If I'm tired, I'll just go to sleep. So, I'm lucky. Fair enough, Ninja, whatever floats your boat. All right, let's go over to the saw. And, well, I've got to rip one of these. See how this one's just a little bit longer. I just got to rip that off. And then we'll slice them. What did I say? 47 mil. Okay, 47 mil. Where's Rob? Did Rob slip in? Oh, Rob. G'day, mate. How are you? Lovely to have you on board. I'm getting all the normal night owls tonight. All right, so we go over to the saw. Mouse is working. I'm happy. Let's go. Oh. I wish I didn't treat my saw table as an extra bench. But there you go. What can I tell you? Hello, darling. Who we got there? Ants. I rang your phone and you didn't answer. I reckon you were
dead.
Oh, okay. I thought you'd be the ideal one. Have a look at me grandson. What do you reckon? New haircut. Is it trendy or what? Are you eating tacos?
Yes.
How good's that? Look how tall he is. And he hasn't got anything on his feet. What's the rule when you come to the workshop? What's the rule?
I gotta always have a thing on my feet.
What's the other rule? Don't talk with a mouthful of taco. Oh.
Yes. I just came to bring that down for you. And my phone's dead, so that's not...
Oh, that's all right, though. I appreciate that you took the time to come down. There's a fire in the backyard too.
I know.
If you want to go and sit around that. Oh. Okay. Where's my coffee? You didn't spit in it, did you?
No.
You're a good lad. I must be a good granddad, am I? Just watch your feet on the way out. So you don't cut yourself. Oh, that's good, Rob. Good to hear. Lovely to have you along. Okay. That's it. I'm off. Don't catch your hairy legs on anything on the way out. Oh, good lad. Now, I'm just gonna... What am I on? Okay. Here we go. There we go. Got to be happy with that. All right. Now, what am I going to set this up? 47. 47, I said, didn't I? And I just realised you couldn't see Anthony because he's a good lad. Oh, let me get a... Oh, okay. So I want a finished size of 47, which means I measure it to the inside of the blade. That's the inside part here. Yeah, okay, that should do. And here we go. This is a rip saw I've got in here, not a crosscut saw, but it's doing a pretty good job. Now that's what I've got left. So that's good. Good if you don't get a blade that drags, so you've got a little bit of burn there, but not too much. So take it easy, don't force it. Advance it as the blade's cutting, don't push it so hard that the blade is forced to work too hard. Six. Hopefully I'll get two out of this. No, I might be one short. No, that's all right. I reckon it was too big anyway. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, 7. Right, back to the table. And look what happened while I was away. A coffee magically appeared. Oh, I love that. And I don't know what crawls over that during the night, but it doesn't know I stick it in coffee, so I think we're fair. Okay, now we've got to offset these. There's a couple of ways you can do it. You can offset it by eye. What have we got with that shot? Actually, I think we might even keep it at that. That's quite a nice size. What have we got there? That's 9. That's a nice size chopping board. I don't like even numbers, so... No, I think we'll keep it at 9. So I'm happy with that. We'll take those two out. And what are we going to do? Now we'll put that one there. Take that one out, put that one there. There you go. What I like to do is not have them so they are predictable in the grain pattern, because it never always works. Whoops. So I'll randomise them. But what I'm going to do, a lot of people I've seen, if you go on YouTube, you can see a lot of people and they make a board like that. And it's not right. When they all line up like that, it's weak because you've got long grain on long grain, but there's no break up in the pattern. So if you offset it by half, then you end up with an offset pattern, which looks quite presentable. So in order to offset it, we've got to... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We might just cut this in half here. So we'll go over to the table saw, would be the shop for that. Back to the table saw, and I will be back, I promise. And then we'll catch up. So basically, just want to halve one of those thicknesses. And that's, I'm going to do this by eye. I reckon that's close enough. Let's have a look. And this is why I'm pleased I've got a rip saw in here. Just a little bit more. That'll do, I think. Yep. Get all the fur off the cut. last one. Doesn't matter which end you take it off, because as I said, I like the randomness of it. So now all I have to do is line this cut edge up with this full edge here. And it's going to give us an offset when it all goes together. I'm just going to clean these dags off. Where are they? These dags off here with a bit of sandpaper. Nothing too brutal because you don't want to change the edge. So I'll use a sanding disc. Nothing. Sanding block. Couldn't say, I know. He's got one of those new trendy, I don't know what it's called, undercut, shaved. He's about this tall now. What is it? Yeah, he's about that tall now. He just turned 17 the other day, the young fella. So good on him. He's a good lad. The only reason I'm cleaning these up is so when I've glued it, and I'm not going over the corner like that, I'm just going straight up and down to make sure that they're nice, crisp edges, and I'm using the cork board. It's got a hard surface underneath it, cork that side, hard that side. Nearly there. And the less burn you can get, that bit's got a little bit of burn there. The less of that you can get, the easier it is to clean the board up. That generally comes from either a blunt blade or you're asking too much of the blade, pushing it too hard. Okie dokie. Lucky last one. Ooh, that one wasn't quite glued together hard enough. That's all right, we'll just... Oh, give him a bit of pressure for a bit and he'll be good. So I quickly glued that other one up this morning, so I'm not surprised if it's not super dry. Let me just put this one on the side. Bring it in and then we'll be good. Once it's clamped together with the other ones, it'll be fine. There you go. We'll put that one in around the middle maybe, perhaps. What's happening in the world of chat? Well, Bjorn, yeah, it's one of Grandma's 10 commandments, that's for sure. Okay, where's my mouse now? Ah, got it. Now I've lost my chat. Oh, for goodness sake. What was that about? Everything's going well in the broadcasting department? Let me just pull the chat up and I'll be right then. There we go. Let me just pull it out so I can have it. It can go there. It can go there. I did buy another mouse, but it was useless. So I went back to using the old one. Okay. Everyone's having morning coffee. Yeah, I said that. Yeah, okay. Bjorn. Yes, that's one of Grandma's 10 Commandments. Absolutely. Oh, g'day, Vinny. How are you, mate? Andy, another commandment is there is a flat surface one must use it as a spare work. Absolutely. Couldn't agree more. A friend of mine calls his workbench a catch-all. Doesn't matter what's floating around in the flotsam and jetsam of the universe, it will land on his bench. That's why this workbench behind me, which for many, many decades was my workbench. It's only, I don't even think it's 500 wide. I used to keep jobs on there, that was it. Then I get to big workbenches and you get clutter on them. And there's got to be a law there somewhere. Ah, dear, oh dear. Question, please. Yes, Steve. I just bought some plaster Paris yesterday. Try your awesome trick on filling gaps in marquetry. Can you remember the steps offhand, please? Yeah, look, what I do, the procedure is, I don't make it runny. I make it fairly heavy. Have I got any plaster Paris around here? If I have, I'll make some up for you. Oh, I know I've got some up in the top shed, but I'm not sure if I've got any. Any here? Let me have a look. Oh. No. I think there might be some behind this door. I'll show you this. Where is it? There could be some behind door number 2, Rob, but I ain't getting to that door because it's covered in timber at the moment. So I make it so it's a fairly thick consistency, not runny. Trying to think the consistency I would have. Thicker than cream. Almost like a mousse consistency, because the longer, the wetter you have it, the longer it takes to dry and the more chance it's got of getting in and putting moisture into your veneer, which causes other problems. So I'll have it fairly thick, about as thick as honey, I reckon, yeah, about a honey thickness, or a little bit thicker maybe. And what I do, if I've just got a quick one I've got to do, I actually put methylated spirits in it, not water, because the methylated spirits evaporates very, very quickly. But yeah, get a little tub, plaster Paris, put a bit of rag in it, and then circular motion. I do, little circular motion around where you're doing, leave it for a little bit, then I haven't even got any of those here. Geez, the top shed's got nearly all my stuff at the moment. I use Scotch Brite, you know those nylon scourers? If you just get a soft one of those and then rub over the plaster Paris when it's dry, that cleans it pretty quickly and it doesn't clog. And then raw, important, raw linseed oil, circular motion again, and boom, The plaster Paris goes transparent, gaps are filled, you've got a level surface place, and if you're going to French polish, just whack your finish on top of that. And it is all good. Actually, I'm doing another chessboard. I've got a couple of chessboards to do in the next couple of weeks, so no doubt I will be using that technique on those. Let me see. Baking powder. And yeah, if it's too runny, just add more plaster Paris. Baking powder. I've got to stop calling this stuff baking powder. It's baking paper, Stephen. Okie dokie. Now, what I did the last time, I shall do again. For those of you that missed it, I put baking powder. I'm going to have powder removed from my brain. Baking paper. That's it. I no longer go fishing, but filleting knives are really, really good in the workshop. Okie dokie. So there we go with that. So I hope that helped, Rob. Give it a go, and as I said, I'll most likely be doing it later on, live-ish. Okay, so how are we going to go here? I'll throw all these in first. That's got a little bug hole in it, which is a bit of a nuisance, and these are going to be bigger, so this is a bit of a nuisance too. It's true, isn't it, Vinny? You start doing a little bit of work. Hey, that's providing you're not streaming. I can't say stress totally goes away when you're streaming, and it's not you good people watching. It's these inanimate objects. I'm sure if W.C. Fields was alive today, he would say don't work with animals, children, or computers. Okay. Let me just unwizzle wrangle this one. Love the... What have I got at number 9? What was that, Paul? Love the number 9 right in between 9. Oh, yeah, it's good. It's situated just there, isn't it? G'day, Jeff. How are you, mate? Long time no hear. That's because I haven't been here, I suppose. I hope you're well, mate. Let me just do this and then I can get chin waggering again. Okay. All right. So... Now I've got a short one and a long one and a short one and a long one and a short one. Oh, and I must start with the long one. It's all right, folks. Talk amongst yourselves. I am. Okay, in there. That goes there. That's a long one. And put a short one in there. So what have I got? Long, short, long, short, long, short, long. I thought I did 4 short ones. Obviously I need another short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I didn't want the 10th one. So we'll take that one out. And we'll take that one out. Okay, long one, short one. Long one, short one, long one, short one, long one. Short one. Long one. Okay, so I've got to take one more off. Or did I leave another one over there? I could have. You know, I'm sure I did 4 of them. I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did. Where's the last? Oh, yeah, remind me I glued one up. There we go. That's the other short one. So all is not lost. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We got 2 spares for Ron. What were you saying, Vinny, about how the stress disappears? All right. So they can go there. That can go there. That's good, that's good. That's good, that's good. And we'll put some paper on the clamps so glue doesn't get caught on it. There we go. Whoops. Yeah, but you can work wood with sandpaper sometimes, Jeff. Sometimes you have to. Andrew! Well, you're getting ready for bed. Nothing wrong with having a coffee before you go to bed. Well, everyone else is having their morning coffee, so I thought I'd have an evening coffee. And I've got to tell you, it's very nice too. All right. So I think we're looking all right there. Oh, okay. What have we, oh, I've got more messages down here. Now my mouse is working, that's good. Yeah, it's thick as concrete. Oh, Oh, yeah, that's not a bad one, but not wet, not dry concrete. Parchment paper, cookie paper. No, it's called baking powder. A paper. Yeah, there I go again. That's it. I used to use a wax lunch wrap, but they don't make it anymore, so I'm stuck with baking paper. Butcher's paper, no, it doesn't sort of work for me in this regard. I do use butcher's paper for a lot of things, but not particularly for gluing. See you, Mitch. Thanks for dropping in. Catch you later. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Andy. Was that before I realised it? And thank you, Vinny. Oh, the Broncos. Oh, that's it. We got to glue up. Got to glue up. Is that on Fox, Ben? I'm lucky. I've got one of my sons here, and he's got Fox. So we might have to watch the Bronx. That's the Brisbane Broncos, not the other Broncos. What have we got? 3. How did I have these? I've forgotten. Oh dear. Okay, that's the long one, so that could go that way, and then we'll build up from there. Have that in the middle. And then we'll have a short one either side. Now we're cooking with gas. Then a long one. Then a long one. Then a short one. And a short one. And a long one. And a long one. So it should be 4 either side of that. Okay. That's what we want. Now to glue it up, it's the same as yesterday's glue up. I turn the first one away from me, and then the first one I turn towards me, and then the rest I turn away. Right, and double glue. Let me get a brush out here. As I said yesterday, these brushes I use are cheap as chips. They're just baker's or pastry brushes. They're a plant-based bristle, but they just last. And when I finish, I don't even clean them. I just throw them in the bucket. And away we go. Oh, should have cleaned the screw thread before I put that away last night, shouldn't I? Try not to get it everywhere. Here we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, I'm just having a look to see what's the best shot. Well, that one's rotten. We'll turn that around again. Okay, so here we go. I watered that down last night, but I think it could do with a little bit more of a water downwards. There we go. And then you flip this one over to there, line it up to this edge here, and then we're going to have to trim the other end off on the table saw at some later stage. It worked reasonably quickly. But not that quickly that you're going to make a mistake. Okay, that's the halfway mark. So I'll paint these, and we'll quickly stack them up, lay them over and clamp them up, and then tomorrow afternoon they should be dry. I might even leave it till Monday actually. I don't know. We will see. Okay, that can go there. Oh, I might get another one on here. Leave that there. No, we're going to lay them down. Lay them down, line them up. This one I'm just going to have to pull him off, put him there. Do the other side of this one. And pop him there and put him there. As I said before, make sure that this edge is lined up. Doesn't matter about this edge, we'll clean that up on the saw. But this is the important one. All right. Put a bit of paper around this so it doesn't get glue on it. And same on the other end. See how close we are to a hole. Done. Oh, it's pretty close. That's good. Oh, I know we might be all right. I might be able to slide this one down. There you go. Good. Line this one up again. Then do the clamps evenly or else you're going to get a twist and they're going to slide out of alignment, which isn't ideal. And as well as keeping them lined up here, keep them flat as well. I'll put another clamp on there in a minute on the top, because the neater you can keep them, the less sanding, yeah Jeff, sanding you're going to have to do on the top. There we go. You can, I don't advise it. I have put them through thicknesses before, but I do not recommend it. I must admit I haven't tried it on a helix cutter, but I still wouldn't like to try it. So for me, the best way to get these things flat is by sanding them. And the flatter you can get it at this stage, the less work you've got down the track. And believe me, it is work. Especially with this deer. This is hardwood, this is blackwood. But hopefully the result is worth it for you. Now obviously I can try, when I finish I'll turn it over and we'll see how much glue's come through the other side. Okay. Now, there's two reasons for doing this, particularly with this timber. The first is it saves your clamps, but the other thing is as I've wet that down, if I leave a steel clamp on top of the timber itself, there's a lot of tannin in this and I'll end up with a big black stripe down the middle of it, which is not part of the design process. Okay, so there we go, we'll just loosen that off a little bit, bring that back up, loosen that off, bring it back up, pull that one down, and we should be good to go. Brush in the bucket. I don't know what it's going to look like, so let's have a look at the underneath. Oh dear. Okay, got a fair bit of glue there still, so I'm going to do my best to wipe what I can off, which is going to, as I said, save me a lot of time later on. You won't be able to get all of it, of course, because you've got the clamps in the way, but whatever you can get off is going to save you physical effort and time when you come to cleaning it up. And that's not bad. So no, Monday I think, we'll dress it down and see what happens. I might do it beforehand, I don't know. We'll see what tomorrow pans out like. Oh. But anyway, that's how you do an end grain chopping board. Now, Oh, where are we going? I saw it's over on that screen. Thanks, Ninja. Hit the like button, and if you haven't subscribed, I'd really appreciate it if you subscribe. Just a personal thing. I want to crack 100. You don't get anything for it. Oh, I think they send you a plaque, but it's just nice to know after all these years I've done something worthwhile. So it's good. Let me catch up. Oh, you could have, Andy. You could have. You'll have to find out tomorrow when I do it. But didn't you see me do that? Chewy, g'day. Oh dear. Where are we up to? I'm coming back here. I forgot the fried. It's in the clamp. I got that one on the Broncos. I forgot about the glued one on the. So did I. Yeah, no excuse. What you do? You just had some. Yes. So I'll let you off that one, Ninja. I'm like that after a couple of coffees. I forget stuff too. I really want to get that frothy bit. It's not coming down. That's it. Ah, Chewy, you did. You made it to a live show. Congratulations, fella. Oh, dear. Marco, g'day. Yeah, it has been a long time no see. Hopefully I'm getting back in the stride of things again. I'm really enjoying it. I really enjoyed yesterday and I've enjoyed today, which is good. So we might, depending on how things go, get back to a regular Monday and then maybe an evening one during the week. I don't know. I've got a lot of beehives to make. Those of you that didn't see it yesterday, I started burning a beehive. This is a new roof I did for a beehive, but I started doing the Lichtenberg burning on it. I can do some more of that. If you want to see me do some of that, let me know. I'll do a bit more now if you like. I think yeah, my son was down here using the machine a minute ago. Ah, dear. Yeah, well, I promised, Andy, I promised I would do a stream and things just got away from it. What did I do? I've built another shed out the back and I was just lining that, so I put the top hat on and I screwed the roof down and then I realised I had to square the shed up and I had the roof on. And I squared the shed up and I screwed the roof down, but I forgot to square the roof up to the shed, so I've got to undo my roof tomorrow. And then I'll put the top hat in so I can line it with plywood, so I can put my dust extractor ports in. And, it's just never ending. There's always something to do. I can't understand these people that say they're bored. Come down to my place for a day. I'll find you heaps of things to do. I've got to wash my sports car the other day, my little MX-5, because I've got a new buffer. And I've got a friend who's, Trev, if you're watching, who's what do you call it? Auto finisher extraordinaire, and he was telling me what I can do to, get a good old British racing green buff on the old girl. And I haven't got around to it. I'm going to have to wash the car again, I think, before I can buff it. So that's another job to do. All your tips along the way and what you've learned past is the reason why thanks, Ninj. Appreciate that. Oh, thanks, Rob. Question, what type of wood would be best suited for making toys for small kids who are likely to chew the stuff? Well, obviously non-toxic. I would say any of the pines are pretty good. Wouldn't recommend cypress pine, but a lot of the firs, white pine, radiata pine, yeah, some of the softwoods, the nice white ones. Have a look, see what a lot of kids' furniture is made out of. And pine you can pick up at most shops beyond. So give that a try. Sycamore and beech can be used for toys. Yes. Can't get sycamore and beech out here, Rob. Thanks for the tease. Chewy, hello Steve. Would sapelli and ash be okay for end-grain chopping boards? Yes, why not? But why would you waste sapelli and ash on a chopping board? Yeah, I can't see why not. Ash is very big grain, so it's a lot like oak. Sapelli, yeah, I wouldn't waste sapelli on a chopping board. I like building furniture out of sapelli. Got some nice sapelli veneer the other day. Gee, it's nice. And when you French polish it, it goes 3D on you. It's good. But definitely ash. Who was that? Rob? Yeah. No. Chewy. Yeah, ash would be good. There's a website called the Wood Database. There are. Yes, it's a good, I think it's an Australian bloke that's got that, isn't it, Rob? So I look it up for a lot of the diversions that I get when I go out west, which I was going to go out bush next week and go and get some timber, but all things being considered, I'm not going to do it till June now, so I'll do it then. When are you going to make a new storage camera for planing your figure to the left behind you? Hang on. When are you going to make a new storage cabinet for planing your figure to the left behind you? To the left, that's my left. Oh, when it falls off the wall. I'm one of these, and if I need something, I'll just do it, and that's it. It stays there forever and ever, because it's utilitarian. It's not a fine furniture piece. It's just something for me to keep. It's starting to bow a bit, I've noticed. It's been up there for about 8 years. Starting to bow a bit, though. But, yeah, I don't think I'll ever bother. The reason I don't particularly... I'm going to get a seat to sit down on. No, I can't. Yes, I can. Wait a minute. The reason I don't build tool cabinets per se is because I'm always adding to my tool collection. And there's nothing worse than you spend all this time and creativity and money on timber and you get, oh, that's nice. Oh, I take a load off the old man's feet. Bought a new pair of boots the other day too. And then all of a sudden you buy a new plane, or you buy a new set of chisels that don't fit, or you get a paring chisel that doesn't fit, or you buy a new hammer that's the wrong size. So no, that's staying up there until it falls down, or until I fall down and someone pulls it down. Looks like fun burning that way. Not going to make one, even though... No, gee, don't make one. No, I've seen them make them out of microwaves. Dangerous as. Mine was made by... Someone gave me his name yesterday. Charles, his name is. In America. He made it for me. I didn't make it for me. He makes them and I bought them from him. So, no, it is. It's beautiful. Now, I have plenty of choices. Beech and pine are abundant in Sweden. They are. Oh, you've got Nordic pine. Or birch ply. Birch, yes. I use birch ply from Finland. It's lovely stuff. Oh, dear. Well, all right. I'll do a quick little burn on one of these panels. And then I've got a big fire going outside with my grandkids sitting around it eating tacos. I will go and join them, but I'll do a little bit of burning on here. Oh, there you go. Oop. Oh, dear. Oh. Doesn't matter how long your extension cord is, it gets caught around something, doesn't it? It's caught around there. Ah, where we go. All right. Oh. There's a solution I put on here that helps it burn, but also makes it go yellow. If you want to get rid of the yellow colour afterwards, just put ordinary vinegar on it, and it goes almost back to the colour of the timber before you put this stuff on. It's, I've forgotten what the exact solution is, but all it is baking soda and water. There you go. And this has got a foot pedal with it, which is down here. And yeah, it pumps out a fair amount of amps, but, sorry, amps, it doesn't pump out a fair amount of amps at all. Pumps out a fair amount of voltage, but it's only 30 milliamps. So it's pretty darn cool. Here we go. Foot control pedal down here. Put them both in there. And there you go. And nothing happens. There you go. That's going to be interesting. Very relaxing. I like just coming down here and doing it. As soon as it joins up, it stops creating patterns, but starts going deeper. And you can see that's going absolutely berserk under the top of the timber. So you really don't know where it's going or which way it's travelling, but it just finds the path of least resistance. Oh, that one's dried out a fair bit, I think. We'll try this bit down here. This is Oregon I'm doing this on. The other one I make my bee boxes out of is Western red cedar, and that burns quite nicely too. And we might put some in here. Okay. There you have it. That's on my B-box timber roofs. They're the premium ones that get lightning roofs, I call them. So now, where's this blasted mouse gone? Come on. I tell you. There we go. That's what I like about mechanical things. You hit them and they work. There we go. Okay. Marco, you're fine. You're there. That's the main thing. See you, Trev. I'll catch you later, mate. Oh, okay. Well, if that's the case, yeah, nah, never. Sarcasm. I don't need sarcasm. I've got kids. Yeah, it really is cool, isn't it? G'day, Trevor. How you going, young fella? I was just telling them about me bestest mate, what's an absolute marvel with auto finishing. What do you call it? Auto finishing, is it? Yeah, we're going to get the frog looking good tomorrow. So looking forward to that, Trev. I tell you what, I hope you enjoyed your sleep because I enjoyed mine. I heard people have died doing that. I'm clueless about electricity. Actually, yeah, Rob, there are some and they will. They'll kill you. There are a lot of people making homemade ones out of the transformers in microwaves, and I could be wrong, but I think you're looking around 50 amps, and that will stop your heart dead. This is 30 milliamps. They recommend if you've got a pacemaker, you don't use it, but it is no more electricity or even less electricity going through it in amps than an electric fence. So I don't have a death wish, and if anyone wants to do it, get on to Charles. Hang on, I'll tell you what it is. There you go, I've got it on the side there. Hang on, I'll give you the... Here, Charles, here's a plug for you, mate. There you go. If everybody got that, it cost me around $1,000 Australia to get it here. Yeah, he's got all the warnings, dire warnings on there, but if you're not stupid and you just use it the way it's directed, it's safe. I love these apart. I haven't got his instructions here, but when it arrives, it's red. It comes with a letter and it's in red ink. And it says, warning, if you are not prepared to take responsibility for your own safety and follow the instructions with this tool, please put it back in the box and return it for a full refund. I love it. That's good. Good old-fashioned horse sense. Ah, dear. I was wondering what not to do while using this. I'll tell you one thing, you don't want to take the points off when your foot's on there. It didn't give you a boot, but it certainly wakes you up. What is that burning technique? It's called Lichtenberg, I think. Lichtenberg. After, I think he was a professor, Lichtenberg, in, I think it might have been the 1800s, or came up with something of the sort. But it's basically mimics nature. If you have a look at river tributaries, they look like that. You have a look at a lot of plants on the microscope, they look like that. So it's nerve endings look like that. So, yeah, it's very interesting. That's here. Got it, Rob. Thanks for that. Oh, well, that's it. I can hear tacos calling me, and I bet you no one's putting any wood on the fire. So I better do that. Trev, hope to see you tomorrow. Everyone else, thank you so much for your patience, your patronage, your company too, and your input. I really appreciate it. It's great to be back in the shed, and I'm looking forward to getting back into the swing of things. So until we meet again, this is Steve pulling the shed door down. Thanks for everybody. If you like what you see, please hit the subscribe button or the like button. I've got some more videos to put up shortly, which I shall do. But in the meantime, this is Steve pulling the shed door down, saying remember to keep it sharp, but more importantly, keep it safe. Look after yourself, be kind to each other, follow all the rules, whether you agree with them or not, and get involved in something that's going to, as Vinny said, de-stress you. If woodwork's your bag, get into that. If you've got some other craft outlet, whether it's painting, poetry, writing, drawing, who cares? Get into something that's creative, calm yourself down, and you just get lost in whatever it is you're doing. So until I have the pleasure of your company in the workshop once again, I bid you good night, good afternoon, good morning, God bless. Catch you all later on. Thanks very much. Bye for now.